Hey guys, it's Joe Pelago, Wittercoin. You might be wondering why I'm in a dark room with these lights and why I have stacks of currency in front of me. In short, we got a really cool currency collection over the counter. Believe it or not, it actually came in a suitcase. So I'm literally going through, I'm nicknaming it the suitcase collection. I'm going to work on a pedigree. No, it's actually part of the Sanchez collection that we acquired. So with that, I thought it would be a really cool opportunity to teach some super basics on currency grading. I know a lot of this kind of information isn't out there, and I'd love to share with you guys, how I'm making a call if I want to grade something, or kind of what I'm looking for when I'm looking through a collection. So the first thing that's really, really important, dark room, number one, okay? Secondly, get your light positions. I do recommend different types of lights. Right now I'm just using a very specific kind of grading light, but different lights will oftentimes show you different areas of the note where maybe there's folds or stains, so on and so forth. So sometimes looking at notes under several different types of lights is very helpful. What I will show you guys is two really important techniques, okay? One is how you hold a note when you're grading it. So first and foremost, you kind of want to hold it. I like to hold it vertical. It allows me to hold the note very well in its entirety and kind of look at it. One thing that you can really do is angle it in the light so that the light is bouncing right off the surface of the note. What this is going to do is really give you full visibility of folds. This has some pencil on it right here. It really just kind of makes everything pop. Now I see a stain right here. So this is a cool note. It's not very valuable, but in higher conditions, it actually does become very valuable. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, making a judgment call right now on what I think it's going to grade. Now, when you hold it and allow the light to really hit right on the surface of the note, again, all of a sudden I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of a sudden, all these folds are starting to pop out. I could keep counting. Now there's another fold right here. So again, I'll show you guys an kind of an uncirculated note. Let's see, what's this one? This is kind of cool. From Colombia. Now, same thing. I'm holding it up to the light. It's a little bit harder on some of the modern notes that are like polymer. But as you can see, there's no folds visible. It's very original paper now. So this is a really, really crucial technique. This is a great way to try to figure out how many folds there are in a note. On a side note, one of the I don't want to call it a cheat code, but one of the easiest ways to start grading a note is to look where there should be folds. Meaning, what do we do as people organically, right? When we get currency, we fold it in half, right? We fold it in quarters and fourths. We fold it down the middle, right? So there's a lot of key areas where you kind of want to hone in on, and those are really great first indicators of if there's a fold in the note. Obviously, again, folds are going to affect the grade. For a note to be uncirculated, it can't have any folds. It can't have any like corner folds in the major designs. So again, this is just a great technique for that. And then I want to teach you guys one more thing. It's called candling. So let's see. This is probably a good note to use. Banco de España. Beautiful. Look at that. It's like just cool. It's got like the bowls on it. There's a lot of really cool paper money out there. All right, so candling is kind of the opposite. First, I was showing you guys about letting the light touch the front of the paper. Now, we're going to actually bring the note in between myself and the light. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow the light to kind of shine through. And so where I'm going with this is when you look at it like this, yes, it's got folds, so on and so forth. But now when you candle it, you can really start seeing major disturbances in the paper, right? You're starting to see some of these splits from folds. You're seeing way more staining start to pop through. This is a great way to look for folds that have been pressed out. Look for, again, staining. Look for imperfections in the paper, flaws in the paper. Maybe there's like a really, really small little stain right here. that's kind of dark that you would kind of miss normally, kind of blends right in. But then when you candle it, it's going to pop out way more. See if there's some other examples here that we could do. Yeah, this is a good example here too. Again, all these stains, all this kind of, you get a little bit of foxing right here, which is essentially the edges starting to mold, but they really start popping out when you shine the light behind it. So it's a great technique. Again, it's called candling. It's a really great way to identify, again, more major problems with a note. You can even start seeing things like restoration. Sometimes people will use substances to try to cover things up on notes that are very deceiving kind of right at first, but then when you candle it or really start looking at it under a light in a dark room, these things start to really pop out. So I guess that's today's lesson, right? Enjoy. Hope you guys learned something.